guys, it's Delcy and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing some helpful tips for studying at college. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So they're different categories. Sorry for my dryer beeping, but I have a few different categories, and I'll kind of I have a few bullet points under each one. Some of them I don't. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I think I already said that, but sorry. The first category is be organized. Have study time scheduled into your days. I have my planner here, usually, and what I'll do is if I know I have what I'm planning on doing is if I know I have a test coming up or a quiz or something, or I know I have some kind of big test thing coming up, I will put in depending on what day exactly the class is, I will put days before the test, leading up to the test, where I take time to study. So yeah, just putting when you're gonna study into your schedule will help to make sure that you actually go through and do it and study. Because if you just say, oh, I'm gonna study Monday at 3 o'clock in the library, if you just say it and you don't actually, I don't think if you actually write it in your planner or write it anywhere else, you're probably not gonna remember it. Number two, the second point in that category is refer to your syllabus. Your syllabus will be your best friend. It always has everything lined up, when homework is due, when you have to read stuff, when you guys will have quizzes and tests and stuff like that. Yes, the teachers will kind of talk about it and be like, oh, this is due, but if you forget or you're not in class one day, you can look at your syllabus and be like, okay, this is what we did, this is what we went over, this is the homework for the to be turned in for the next day. So yeah, have everything written down, like I said earlier with have your study time scheduled. Always write everything down, whether it's on a sticky note that you stick on your desk, on your desk or planner thing, in your actual carry around planner, and whatever you use to stay organized and to remember your stuff. Always write anything that is really important, or even if it's not important, maybe if it's just a hair appointment, make sure you write it down, because more often than not you're going to forget. And the last bullet point for that is to plan your schoolwork and studying for each day, so that all of these 4 points all kind of tie into each other. What I usually do is I pick one day. I remember last year for my freshman year of college, I always sat down Sunday nights after everything was done, after I was in my dorm room for the night and I was just doing whatever I needed to do. I sat down with my planner and I went, I had a different planner last year, if you guys remember seeing that, and I think my school supplies video last year, I took that planner and I sat down and I planned my week out, because my old planner had each day, and then it had times ranging from 8 in the morning to 7 at night, I think. So I would sit down with my planner, I'd write out my entire schedule, and then I'd write anything else that I needed to do those days. And that's what I'm going to keep doing, is every Sunday, after I'm in my room for the night, I'm going to sit with my planner, write anything else down that I know I need to do for that week, because I have little notes in my this little box right here for notes, and I'll just write in and be if I can't fit it into this, if it looks it's a day one of these where it's I have a lot of stuff to do, which these are just for band camp, so I'll just write notes down here and plan whatever else I need. So the second category is have goals, and just have simple goals, get straight A's this semester, try to get straight A's, or at least all A's, maybe one B by the end of the semester, be oh, I want to work out 3 times a week for 2 hours. Just set goals for yourself, because then if you set those goals, you, at the end, if you accomplish those goals, you'll feel happy and you'll feel proud about yourself. Go to tutoring / office hours, because like tutoring, just so you can, if you don't understand anything in your class, has a tutor, you can go and be like, hey, I don't understand this, like the professor didn't really explain it well, like can you, like, just to see like a different person's like what they know about it, like in their like eyes and like world, what they know about it and like what they remember and learned might be different from your professors. So like just kind of like do both and go to your professor's office hours, get to know them, ask for them help. I know I struggled with that a lot last year, where I would never go to tutoring, like I never really went to tutoring, and I didn't really go to the office hours until like my last spring semester. So yeah, study every day. I know, like I put study times into your schedule, but like for that, I would probably just say, if you don't understand like a topic that you guys are learning one day, go beyond what your teacher said, like your notes that your teacher said. Like if you have a book, go through your book, search it online, like study that topic a little bit more than what your teacher did, like went through, because more than likely they're not going to continue dwelling on that topic for quite a long time, like maybe like a few days. But yeah, rewrite your notes. I personally like writing my notes because I retain this stuff better, because I'm more of a visual learner than anything. And rewriting your notes will help you remember them more and more. Like if there's like a specific section or a specific thing that you really need to know, rewrite that section. Like rewrite your notes a couple of times for that one section, and it'll help you learn it better. Make flashcards. I find it really easy to work with flashcards too, and to study with those. Know what to do before and after class. That is one of the main reasons why I think getting a planner is such a good idea, because if you say you like have a homework assignment that's due the next day, you know what to do that next, like before that class, and then you know during class what you have to do after that class. So just kind of like get into the schedule of knowing, oh, I have to do this before class, I have to do this after this class. Just kind of get in the habit of doing that. Turn off distractions. What I usually do is, like last year I struggled a lot with staying focused when I like went to my room, like when I was like doing homework or studying in my room. So what I would do is like I would, like if I was in my room and I didn't like want to go to the library or something, like, or I didn't want to go somewhere else and study, what I would do is like I'd set a timer, I think for like 30 minutes or an hour, and like I put it on my phone and I put my phone somewhere else, and for that hour I would focus just on my schoolwork. And then after that timer went up, like whenever the timer was up, I'd put in like 15-30 minutes, depending on how long I like focused on schoolwork. I'd put half of that time on the timer again, so that way that time, like that 15-30 minutes, like it was your time. Like, so yeah, like just cutting that time, like the time you spent studying, cut that time in half, and then that time I would like have to myself, where I could like watch YouTube videos, like organize, like pick up my room if it was like a little messy, like just do things that I wanted to do. And then once that time was up, like I'd go back to studying. Take breaks, and that kind of ties in with turn off the distractions. Also, if you like can't study in your room because you know you'll get distracted, like go to the library, because you know like you'll have to, like you're focusing because you're there. Like go somewhere else to study so you're not getting distracted. Join a study group. I never really joined a study group, but like I had people that I would like that were in my classes that we would like go study together and do stuff like that. So that was like really easy. And the last thing that I have for studying at college is make a list of questions. Meaning like what I take from that is like if you're doing some homework and you're like, oh, I don't understand this, like take a piece of paper, write that question, so that way the next time you're in that class you can be like, oh, can you explain, like you just asked your professor, can you explain this a little bit more, or like what is the meaning of this, like why does this lead to this, etc., etc. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions about any of the tips or the sections that I talked about in this video, comment down below and I will gladly answer your questions, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.